Say hello, honey.
Hi.
We're on vacation. It's the strangest geographical just anomaly.
Yeah.
We're at Rollingdale.
All right, Foch. You familiar with Foch?
Hey folks, do you like Foch?
Yeah.
Yes. As she doesn't care for it, I will combine hers with mine. Wait, oh, that's Beaumont, that's Volcanic Hills, and that's Mount Boucherie.
Have you been in before?
This is our first time here.
Oh, okay, perfect. There you go. You can choose any four that you like, front or back of the sheet.
My fiance collects these beads.
Oh, shush.
Hey, it was my idea.
Yeah, it was your idea, so I blame you for getting me into it.
This is Mission Hill. There's a helicopter landing right now. That's how some of the really posh people arrive for their wine tours at Mission Hill. And I know that because I did that once.
Not that we're posh.
Not that we're posh. Do you remember? Do you remember that? That was a good day. That was a good day,
That
right?
was a great day.
That was a great day.
That was a. Oh, by the way, honey, we're getting on a helicopter.
By the way, we're getting on a helicopter.
Look out.
Yeah, that was a good day. And I'm not, you know. Wait, you're probably wondering, hey, who was that in the camera? Yeah, that was Denise Crosby from Star Trek. Long story. Oh, I got a new winery. We have a new winery.
As I mow down on bread.
Bread's important.
Bread and water.
This is called Friend, not Friend, by the way. Oh, it's recording. That's why I can't take a photo. This is Ancient Hill. Give you an idea how close these wineries are to each other. That's O'Rourke, and that's Intrigue.
Beautiful sweet like
The other suggestion is to take bread. Bread is a fantastic way to kind of absorb some of the alcohol. At least that's been my belief. I don't know if it's actually true. So water and bread are always really good combinations. Chips are really good too. Chips really pair well. What? You don't agree?
Not when they're really salty and you already have a dry mouth from all the wine.
Well, that's what the water's for. Hey, honey, where are we?
At Ribfest.
We're
Again.
again, Kelowna Ribfest.
They're great finds.
We are at Jackson Driggs in Enniskillen in Oliver. Just squeeze around. Today's forecast, 100% chance of wine. Oh, I love small boutique wineries.
It's great.
Okay. This seems new.
Like, very new.
This winery is called Squeezed. You've got to be new. June 1st. I love it when it comes to new wineries. look at this place. This is Quinta Ferrera, but my God, look at the view. That's amazing. Look at the dog, just lazing out in the sun. Hope he's not dead. That'd be depressing. Very dark. Oh, hi, buddy.
Hey, keep her inside.
Keep her inside. You're not allowed out. I know you want to. Hey, buddy. All the wineries in the BC region require a tasting fee. $3 to $5 generally. Some are 10. Very few of them are 10, but most of them are about 5. That gets waived if you buy a bottle. So you'll end up buying a bottle. I mean, if you're traveling, you may not be able to if you're coming from the States or wherever, because you have to bring the bottles back. But if you're a Canadian resident, you're going to end up buying a bottle from every single location. Are these poor souls driving up to go to Hester Creek and Garrington Brothers up the road by about 30 seconds up the road, but we're here at Intersection. That's where all the cool kids go. We are at Kelowna. One of those doors opens. Not sure which door is actually the one that opens. Hi.
Peachy red. Great.
Interesting.
Really don't see that often. We are at Rust. Always know your limits. I have 4 stages. The first stage is I'm a little tipsy. The second stage, I get really overly affectionate. I love you, honey. Stage 3 is I start to pause and delay and I have to drag you behind by the hand.
Yes. Oddly enough, people find me more articulate and I talk slower. And as a result, people have tendency of understanding me better. And then stage 4 is when I fall over drunk. Drive slow. Having a picnic here. We're at where's this place one called?
Sonora?
Sonora. We're at Sonora.
Spur of the moment decision to turn.
Yes. And there's a dog that's been wanting to get food from us for the last 20 minutes. And he gave up. And he's all depressed now. It's always important to spice up your trip. And in Osoyoos there's probably as many fruit markets than there are wineries. Yeah. Oh, that is hot. I like the fact that there's a door here and a complete drop off. Honey, take a look. There's a door here and there's no way to get to it. And there's a door here
So I'm pretty sure most people go through here or here. Just climbed upstairs. Not steep at all. That's the plane and there's the incline. So, here's the thing. Oh, I'm quite literally, this winery is called Here's the Thing. So this is Vinamite. Vinamite? 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 Is it Vinamite? Vinamite? What is it? What is it?
Vin amité.
There you go, she's French. Now we're here.
Can I put this in a sleeve for you, or do you have a box for it?
What was that? Holy crap. This is Fairview Cellars. This is Pipe Dreams. Yeah, map says we keep going. Bingo. Wine shop up the hill. Holy fuck. Is this a view? We're at Blue Mountain. Holy crap, this view. Wine shop. First to the door, no crowds. So I'm at a winery called Lunescence. Now, one thing I will state, I absolutely adore 99% of all the wineries in this region. They're fantastic. Even the wines I don't really care for. I love their presentation, I love the geography, I love the architecture. The one issue that I will state is the growing trend of, well, magic. It's called biodynamic, and biodynamic is a type of farming technique that employs energies, tidal energy, the energy of the moon, with places like Lunescence and another one called Summerhill Pyramid in the Okanagan. They are harvesting and planting their grapes based on lunar cycles and feeding off the energy. Summerhill Pyramid actually ages their grapes in a pyramid structure on site and claim that it improves the quality of their wine, thus of course justifying the increase in price. I can't state enough that as a skeptic, I love the wine culture when it comes to what they can try to bring out of grapes based off of flavor profile, the aging, location, and the soil. But I definitely have a personal criticism, a negative opinion on those wineries employing the biodynamic mentality. It's magic, it's pseudoscience, and I think it hurts the wine industry, you know.
Look, this place is adorable.
Oh, look at that. Unlike other places in California, you don't have to book an appointment. 90% of the wineries here, you can just drop right in. Most of them have a tasting fee, usually about $5. And $5 will get you, you know, anywhere from 5 to 10 samples of wine. And this fee is waived when you buy a bottle. This is a very common thing. From what some people I've talked to have said, a lot of the wineries in California, you have to kind of book a tour and you have to spend money, and it costs like 40, 50 bucks. Very few places do tours in this area. Most of the time you drop in and you start drinking wine, and if you buy a bottle, the $5 is waived, which is pretty good. So this is Thornhaven. By the way, if someone were to ask me what my favorite varietal is, it would probably be Pinot Gris for white and Pinot Noir for red. And it's entirely opinionated. Anyone who says your favorite varietal is wrong is a jerk. Don't listen to them. Don't ever take their advice. Everyone's taste buds are different. And some people like certain tastes. Not only that, but it also depends on where you go. I've had some bad Pinots, I've had some good Pinots. Pinot Gris and Rieslings generally don't steer me wrong. I generally do like those regardless of where I go. Gewürztraminer and a few others, Viognier, it kind of depends on the winery. I've had some good Cave Sauves and some good Merlots. Malbec is kind of the one wine I kind of steer away from. And I'm also not as big a fan of the Bordeaux blend. Whenever someone say this is a Bordeaux blend or the Meritage blend or Meritage style, I generally won't get too excited. But that is entirely an opinion. It is not a fact. We are at Estate Thurn, which I assume means that the winery is run by the evil creatures from the movie John Carter. Hello.
All alone?
Oh, me and my fiance. Iced cider. So this place is called Four Shadows. I'm foreshadowing lunch. Roche. Okay.
Yes.
So this was
That's Single Tree.
yeah, that was Ledland.
Ledland.
Ledland changed its name to Single Tree. Yeah, and then there's
Westbird.
winery open 2020. So they're reopening the winery tasting room in 2020.
Called Westbird.
They're changing names?
I swear that's what it said.
Oh wow, Whitney got sold. Howling Bluff.
Fuck.
They're new.
I need to get some Whitney.
Tightrope to the left, Black Widow to the right. If anyone hasn't figured out, there are a lot of wineries in Naramata. Go to Lang.
Wow, look how busy the craft distillery is.
There it is, babe. Nicole. We're at the top end of the Naramata Bench. The Naramata Bench is what, 3 kilometers across? And there's about 40 wineries. So if you go, you go to Penticton, there's a west and east side of Skaha Lake, or Okanagan Lake. And if you go on the west side, you got Summerland, which has about 12 wineries. If you go on the east side, you have about 30 wineries on Naramata. This is Nicole. No, I mean the winery is called Nicole, or Nicole. This is Nicole, my fiance. By the way, if you ever want an object lesson of which wineries to avoid and which wineries to attend to, generally the rule is if they have a tasting fee more than $10, avoid them. So I am at Single Tree in the Naramata Bench. Is that if you ever come to the Naramata Bench, this is where you want to go. This is called D'Angelo. It's off the beaten path, which means it's only about 30 seconds off the main road instead of being right off the main road. Sal, who's the winemaker, fantastic guy. Bar none, some of the best Tempranillo you'll find around. Also, really, really good ports or tawnies. But anyway, this is a fantastic winery. One of my all-time favorites. It's the only winery I will visit every single time. We are at the Silva.
We were called Misconduct Winery for a few years.
Oh,
10 years.
yes.
Now you remember?
I remember Misconduct.
Yeah, this is our Misconduct wine.
It's weird.
By the way, I think it's funny that in the Naramata bench that there are so many wineries in the 3 or 4 kilometers between Penticton and Naramata that people with locations that are wineries have to put up signs and gates to stop people from going in, assuming that they're wineries. That there are so many wineries that you have to say that you're not a winery in case somebody stops in expecting to have a drink.
Big trucks which go slow. Jeez.
And people are trying to turn. So these are the wine bottles that we acquired on the trip while we were recording our review. And this is the rest of the collection. And these are all wines from BC. This little small collection are all the bottles out of BC. And because my fiance loves crafts, this is her display of almost entirely BC wines. There's a prisoner in there. These are all the little knickknacks. And of course, as we mentioned, her beads.